Imagine putting your phone in the freezer or getting lost in your own neighborhood. You laughed it off and said, just a senior moment. But what if it's not? What if these are early signs of dementia? And here's the scary part. It can start years before you even notice. In this video, we're diving into 11 subtle signs of dementia that many people miss. Stay with me, because knowing what to look for might help you or someone you love get help early. Many people thought it's just part of aging, but no. While forgetfulness can happen with age, dementia is not normal aging. It's a disease of the brain, and these early signs are warning lights that shouldn't be ignored. Now let's break down the 11 early signs you need to watch for. If you notice one or two of these signs occasionally, it might be nothing. But if several of them appear together, and they start affecting daily life, it's time to see a doctor. Early detection can make a big difference. Be sure to watch till the end if you want to know if dementia can be treated. 1. Becoming easily upset or angry. One early sign of dementia is getting angry or upset over small things. Maybe someone who used to be calm is now snapping at people or getting frustrated quickly. This change in mood can be a warning sign. However, it can also happen because of other problems like depression, anxiety, chronic pain, or even poor sleep. It's not always dementia, but it's something worth paying attention to, especially if the person didn't used to act that way. 2. Acting out of character. Sometimes people with early dementia start behaving differently. They might become more nervous, quiet, or even rude, things that were never part of their personality. This can be very confusing for friends and family. But this behavior change can also be caused by stress, depression, medication side effects, or a thyroid problem. If the change is sudden or keeps getting worse, it's best to get it checked. 3. Misplacing things in strange places. We all misplace things, but with dementia, it's different. You might find the remote in the freezer or a wallet in the bathroom. This isn't just forgetfulness, it's putting things in places that don't make sense. But it can also happen when someone is distracted, sleep-deprived, or dealing with ADHD. The key difference is how often it happens and whether they can retrace their steps. 4. Seeing or hearing things that aren't there. Some people with dementia experience mild hallucinations. They might see shadows, hear voices, or think something happened when it didn't. This can be scary. However, hallucinations can also be caused by Parkinson's disease, high fevers, migraines, side effects from medicine, or even infections, especially in older adults. If someone suddenly starts seeing or hearing things, don't ignore it. 5. Using the wrong words. Another early sign of dementia is struggling to find the right word. Sometimes a person might say the wrong word or even make up a new one. For example, calling a toothbrush a mouth stick. This happens when the brain can't recall the word it wants. But similar speech problems can also happen after a stroke, during extreme tiredness, or with certain brain conditions like aphasia. If it keeps happening, it's important to look into it. 6. Difficulty following conversations. People with early dementia may find it hard to keep up during conversations. They might lose track of what's being said, ask you to repeat things often, or seem confused during group talks. But this could also be a sign of hearing loss, attention problems, depression, or even anxiety. If this is new behavior, a hearing test or brain checkup could help. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it to your loved ones, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more videos on health and wellness. 7. Getting lost easily. Getting confused in a new place is one thing, but getting lost in a familiar place, like your own neighborhood, is a bigger concern. People with early dementia may forget familiar paths or how to get home. But this can also happen due to vision problems, inner ear issues, low blood sugar, or even anxiety attacks. Still, it's not something to take lightly. 8. Difficulty doing usual tasks. When a person starts struggling with everyday things they used to do easily, like cooking, using the phone, or handling money, it can be an early sign of dementia. But other causes could include depression, which lowers focus and energy, strokes, or even physical problems like arthritis or tremors. If you notice a decline in how someone handles daily life, it's time to get help. 9. Poor judgment. Dementia can cause people to make strange decisions, like wearing a winter coat in summer or giving away large amounts of money to strangers. This is because the part of the brain that handles decision-making is affected. However, poor judgment can also be linked to bipolar disorder during manic phases, brain injury, or substance abuse. Either way, strange behavior involving money or safety should be taken seriously. 10. Slower movement or clumsiness. Early dementia, especially certain types like Lewy body dementia, can affect how a person moves. They may walk more slowly, bump into things, or seem off balance. But this can also be due to Parkinson's disease, lack of muscle strength, or even vitamin B12 deficiency. If someone is moving differently than before, it's time to look closer. 11. Changes in sleep patterns. Lastly, sleep changes are common in dementia. This can mean staying up all night, sleeping too much during the day, or pacing at night. But many other things can disturb sleep too, like sleep apnea, restless legs syndrome, depression, or stress. If sleep problems come along with other memory or mood issues, it could be a sign of early dementia. Now, let's clear up a big question. Can dementia be treated? The short answer is not always, but some types can be treated or even reversed. While there's no permanent cure for most forms of dementia, early diagnosis can help slow the progression, manage symptoms, and improve quality of life for both patients and families. Certain types of dementia, such as those caused by vitamin deficiencies or thyroid imbalances, may be treatable with medical intervention. Meanwhile, new treatments, therapies, and lifestyle changes, like cognitive exercises, a healthy diet, and regular physical activity, can make a huge difference in managing the condition and maintaining independence for longer.